When did you start really making money in your life?
I started the business on a Shopify. All I saw was the money. Make money and go to the gym.
Yeah.
Nothing else will make me happy.
What's your net worth now? That's mad.
That's probably the only time I can remember in my life that I'd be insecure. I don't really trust anyone.
You want to open a nightclub?
No, I've got one. My life is mad.
Yeah.
It's what boys dream of.
Afternoon, guys, and thank you for returning back to the channel, the Ahmed Mahmoud Show, the show where we discuss business, happiness, personal finance, money. Today, guys, we have no other than HS TikkyTokky in the house.
Very happy to be here. I'm excited. I've never been on sort of a more business-orientated podcast.
Yeah,
so
it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, mate, I'm excited. Let's go.
Let's go. So, yeah. First of all, quick off the bat, HS TikkyTokky. Where the hell does that name come from?
I've actually never been asked that question, and it's very random, right? So when I started trying to do social media, obviously you make your account, you make your name. And I started off on TikTok, right? But I got banned account after account after account, just kept going. So I'm sat there in my uni room and I'm like, right, what do I call it? Yeah. After having HS1, HS2 or whatever, all these names. And I'm just like, well, I'm on TikTok, HS TikkyTokky. And somehow, just by luck, this isn't the account that got banned. So here we are today. And that's the name that I'm recognised by. I wish it was something more like exciting. Yeah, a bit more professional. I literally just sat there and thought, right, TikkyTokky, that's it, done. Yeah. And now that is like a name that is very well known. It is crazy.
Yeah, but sometimes, you don't know, like maybe having that name was some of the reason why like people like just liked it. It's just raw, natural, you know?
Mate, it's very, very easy to remember. You know? It's very easy to remember.
Unique.
Yeah, exactly. No one else is crazy enough to just stick with that. I never changed it. Yeah. I just thought when I started gaining traction on that account, do you know what? I'll keep it.
Yeah. No, I mean, first of all, thank you so much for giving us your time. Definitely, this is going to be an interesting one. I know normally every podcast I've seen, it's mostly been about like girls and stuff. And, you know, honestly, at the age of 20, you've achieved a lot career-wise. You know, I've
just turned 21, by the way. But a couple days ago. But yeah.
But I mean, still, for someone who's just turned 21, you've reached quite far in your career. You have you're a businessman, your personal brand. You have a personal brand. You know, you're a creator. So you've come really far, and I think that that's impressive. So I mean, I'm sure a lot of people out there right now, they're like working on growing their personal brand. They're uploading TikToks. They're uploading on Instagram. They want to be where you are right now, and they don't know the journey that it takes. You know. So how did you get so famous?
I mean, perseverance, for sure. Like I said, I was banned on multiple accounts. But it was my personality that's brought me through, and that was what I trusted in. I have many times where I've been gaining a little bit of traction, doing my live streams and stuff. That was how I started gaining a small audience of maybe 20, 30 people that would tune in daily. I would be on 5-6 hours live every single day. People don't know about this. There'd be the same people watching me, and I'd just slowly build it up. But then one day I'd get banned, and instead of just thinking to myself, it's game over. So I was like, I've been banned. Instead of just getting down about it, feeling sorry for myself, my mum had put it into me from a young age that no one else is going to feel sorry for me. Do you know what I mean? That people will forget about you. I get banned on an account, I'm gone. I'm old news. I'm old news. No one gives a shit. Yeah. So I just took it to myself, make another one, keep grinding. Yeah. My fans stayed with me, and the same guys who were there when I had 20, 30 viewers are now here when I'm on with 10K on or whatever. Yeah. I just had a way of building up a good community of people from the start, doing what I do on live streams, which range from talking to girls on there to going on my morning walks to even live streaming gym sessions. It was literally just my personality. They wanted to watch me. I feel like I'm a very likable character because I keep it straight, I keep it honest. From the start, I was never trying to... literally, from the start, my vision was clear. I have videos that I keep on my Snapchat memories all along my journey of what my vision was and what I was going to do, and a lot of that I've achieved. But
what was the vision?
The vision was to be independent, have my own businesses, not have to be told what I can and can't say by whoever.
Not a slave to the media.
Yeah, exactly. For want of a better word, yeah. Not a slave to anyone, to be my own boss. And I've always done the same things. I've not switched up. Yeah. So my audience over time grew and they liked me and I've accomplished them things. But I knew from the start, from day dot, I didn't want the sponsorship. I wanted my own brand. I didn't want to be on the Instagram. No offense to anyone who does this, okay? You're going to take offense to what I'm about to say, but I think it looks when you're on Instagram, oh, here's my 10% discount code for whitening my teeth. I look at that and I think fake. I think that you're a to a company. Yeah. You're literally a to a company, and that's never what I wanted to be. I wanted to be at the top of the food chain, providing for myself from the start, and that's now what I'm doing. So I can say what I want, I can do what I want. I'm my own person, I'm my own boss. No one tells me what to do.
Yeah, you're authentic to yourself.
Exactly, and that's what. But you're way more likable when you can say what you want and you can do what you want, and you don't have to censor yourself. People are actually gonna be able to see who you are, not who your falsified social media image is. You don't know half of these guys on the internet. Yeah. I know people who are they're fake on social media. You don't even know who they are because they can't show you who they are. They can't show you what they do on the weekends.
They're forced to fit inside a box. And
exactly. I don't have to do that, and that always has and always will be the best way to not only feel comfortable in yourself, because I don't have to put on some act, but to actually be the most successful, to make the most money, and to be the happiest as well. Because I honestly feel sorry for even the people at the top of the game, okay? Even at the top of the game, I don't know, maybe the Kardashians, people like that. Are they really themselves? I doubt it. Yeah. I highly, highly doubt it. And does that bring happiness long term? Life's not just about money. Life's about being yourself. And I don't think so.
It's all a front, right?
Exactly.
I think it's all a front. So, I mean, but you talked about that people like that you're authentic. But I'm sure, and I've seen as well, you have a lot of haters. So, I feel like when you are someone who you just show yourself, it's good until you start having haters. Because let's say you're a fake image online and you get haters, you're like, you don't care because they hate that fake image that you made. But when you just show yourself and it's all you and you get haters, it hits way harder. I think that's why a lot of creators, they try to be that person. They try to build that online persona, which is like a perfect person, so that they don't have to deal with any criticism or they're not too vulnerable. Because you've opened yourself up. We know you in and out, Yeah,
but then it's like, how tough are you as a person? I couldn't give a shit if the whole world hated me. I never have. And I've had that. Like, I go back to my mum. I've been raised that way. I don't care what this person or this person says about me. I know who I am. I know I'm genuine and I'm happy with myself. I'm comfortable with myself. Of course I have haters, okay? I might have taken their girl, or I might be making more money than them. Yeah. Of course they're going to hate. They might be jealous. I'd use it as inspiration. Yeah. If I saw someone like myself doing what I'm doing at my age on social media, I'd be inspired by them. When I see people doing big things on the internet, in business, anything like that, it inspires me. I'd never be one of them guys sat behind a screen hating, because the haters, they're never making the money. Yeah. They're sat there hating. Cool, hate on me. Give me the views. I'll get some more money off you with ads that I'm getting by you watching me.
You're leaving a hate comment. It's giving engagement. The video's getting boosted more.
Keep doing it. I don't really care. Yeah. But to be honest, people do say I've got the haters. I do have a few, but I don't actually feel like I'm a hugely hated person. I said a few controversial things, and that's going to obviously wind people up, certain people off. But I don't care. Do you know what I mean? I literally, I don't lose sleep over it. I've never been negatively affected by a comment, even 1%. And that's through, I'm a mentally tough person. Simple as that. Physically tough.
You have thick skin.
Mentally tough. Yeah. I'm just tough. I don't care. Yeah. And that's how you should be. That's how I'm going to bring my kids up to be. Yeah. If you're affected by what other people think, you're never going to be successful in life.
And you're never free, because you're always vulnerable to their opinions of you, and you never get that freedom. Yeah. You can't act on your own will.
It is something I understand. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here saying that I don't understand how influencers or people in the public eye do get affected by people's opinions. I understand it, but it's really something that needs to just be pushed to you when you're young, to be yourself and to not care what other people have to say.
And how you talk about how your mum raised you like that. Yeah. What did she do that made you feel that way? Like, how did she build your self-esteem up so well?
Well, I mean, so I'm raised in a single parent household. My dad went to go get the milk when I was really young. I think Tesco sold out, and Sainsbury's, and every other shop in the UK.
You're still looking for the milk,
mate. 21 years on, and I still don't think a supermarket have stocked it. I'm awaiting that delivery, but
how old were you at the time?
no, mate, it was before I was born. To be honest, it was before I was born.
Maybe if he met you, he would have stayed.
No, I've met him a few times recently, but no, all jokes aside, he's a good guy as well. I understand what his life is, and I understand the circumstances, of course.
No hate.
Yeah, no hate at all to my dad. If you're watching this, big love to you as well. But yeah, I was raised by my mum. She's just a very strong woman. From young, I was bigged up by my mum. I was given very, very good confidence from my mum. And I'm not just going to say it's all come from my mum, because obviously in life you have
experiences.
You have experiences, but it's more like I'm a very strong believer of like genetic ability in all different fields, right? And to not sound too cocky, I think I'm genetically gifted in very, very, very many fields, right? And I have the life experiences to back it up, the numbers to back it up. But from young, I was the quickest runner at school. I was the youngest black belt. I got into every grammar school in my area. Every grammar school in my area, yeah. I got an academic scholarship to a private school.
No way.
Yeah. People don't know this. Book smart, yeah, but that was also pushed by my mum. My mum actually sold her house when I was... So my mum was... I don't remember what she did. An office job, right?
Okay.
In an oil company. So decent dough, nothing too special.
Like a secretary?
But she owned just office job.
Okay.
I don't know.
9
to 5 office job up at Canary Wharf, that sort of jazz. But she sold her house to put me through private education. So I went to private primary, private secondary, right? And that just shows you the level of commitment she had to
your future.
Exactly, yeah. It was all built towards successful. And although she wanted me to go down more of a traditional route, just because she wasn't opened up to what is actually possible nowadays, but we'll get onto the internet money and shit like that a bit later on.
Yeah, definitely.
She wasn't opened up to that, so I was pushed down the more traditional route.
Yeah.
So that's why I was banging out school. I had a tutor for my 11. We have things called 11 plus to get into your grammar school. So when you leave primary school at like sort of 10, 11, go to secondary school, there's an exam that you can sit. I had a tutor for that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just that. It was like my mum, I would say, is a hard line parent. She's tough with me. She's honest, tough, and tells me how it is. Yeah. She'd take me karate class 4 times a week. I remember there'd be times I didn't want to go. From young, like when I say I started young, I started karate. I think I was 2, something like that. Yeah, like 2.5, 3, like something really young. Like I started doing this shit from young, right? I was a black belt by the time I was 9.
What?
I turned up at 9. Kid you not? You can look. Type in Harrison Sullivan on Google, you'll see it. I turned up when I was 9. To a black belt examination, right? There's a few of these up and down the country. Every single person in that room was above the age of 40. I walked in there. People were like, literally, like, what? Like, who is this guy? Like, literally, who is this guy? I remember my karate instructor saying to me, my mum wanted me to do the black belt thing. She wanted me to be the youngest guy that had achieved it. I remember the guy saying to me, look, I'll put you in for it. You can pay for the examination, etc. But he's not going to get it. He's too young. The examiner's going to think he's a joke, man. He's not going to do it. And my mum was like, he is going to do it. And I'm going to send him there. I'm going to take him there. And he is going to do it. I went there, I aced it, I did it, I left. Youngest black belt, done.
Conquered.
Yeah, so that's the sort of parent my mum was, pushing me, didn't take no for an answer.
You say like she was like disciplined and she was tough on you, but at the same time you showed that she really believed in you and she supported you and she built your self-esteem by always bigging you up. So how was the balance like? Because you need to balance. If it's like too much of compliments, then you don't struggle enough, you don't push yourself enough. And if it's too much of like discipline, then you're just depressed, you know.
My mum had high standards.
Yeah.
But she also let me have fun as well. I wasn't in some sort of like SAS routine from young, or it might sound like that. I had to meet my goals, and then I could have fun. Okay. So I had the Wii, I think it was back then, the game shit.
Oh yeah, Wii, yeah.
That was on the TV thing. Yeah, but I remember I'd come home on a Friday, I'd have my own work to do for like English and stuff like that, essays, whatever. I'd have to finish that to a level that not just knock it out, to a higher standard that my mum would read through and think, yeah, that's good enough. Like, that's top level. That's going to get you there. If I didn't get it, I have to go do it again.
Oh, okay.
Didn't do it again, I'd do it again. No fun until the work was done.
Would she smack you?
Slap the out of me.
Really?
No.
Did you get hit as a child?
Hit?
Bro, you had it easy.
Maybe I had a slap or two, you know. I probably had a slap. Yeah, I definitely had a slap.
Because you're a 9-year-old karate guy, she was like, listen.
I was doing all this out of the way, but no, I definitely had a slap or two, yeah. But I was, from young, it was do your work, then you can enjoy it.
But in school, you were not you seem like, I don't know, when I look at you now, I just have the feeling that in class you were like, big class clown, big like, somebody who was like very hard to control.
I used to rock on my chair.
Just a rebel.
I used to rock on my chair, bad man, when I was very, very young. Yeah. And I remember one of my teachers, they'd always tell me, stop rocking on your chair, stop rocking on your chair. From young, I just didn't give a shit, like what people would really tell me to do. The only person I listened to was my mum. From young, like I didn't. If I wanted to do something, I'd do it. If I didn't want to do it, I wouldn't do it.
Follow
my mum, I couldn't not do it. There was no option to not do it. If there was an option to not do it, I probably wouldn't have. Yeah. But there was no option to not do what my mum said, so I did what she said from young. But teachers at school, I'd always get in trouble. My head mistress, I remember her. I even remember her name. She was a. She hated me at school. She said I'd never go anywhere. I always blamed everyone else for my trouble and shit like this. My mum would back me up at school, etc., etc. And then my head teacher at primary school actually wrote a bad report to one of the secondary schools that I applied to that I actually ended up getting through a data privacy? No, freedom of information. Yeah. My mum did a freedom of information to a school to get the report of me. Okay. The head teacher slagged me off so bad, right? No way. But I was hated at school, hated at secondary school, hated at primary school. I was that guy. Like I was just, I was a bit naughty, you know. But you get more hate, when you're naughty.
That you were causing so much mischief in school.
She loves me so much that she'd find any excuse to sort of say like,
defend you.
Yeah. My mum defend me till death. She would like no matter if I'm doing anything wrong, my mum will defend me. Like, and that my mum is my mum. I love her so much. You know, whatever I do. But I got a bad report written about me. Yeah. Don't let him in. He does this. He's naughty. This and that. Grades were so good. Got in anyway. Yeah. You know, like. People have tried to stop me along the whole way. It was the same in secondary school. But you're right. I was naughty as a kid. But my mum was always the one that kept me straight.
I just think sometimes I think about it's not like a good thought, but I just like know that like that day when my mom is like ill or something, it's just gonna be like the worst day of my life. You know, I don't even know how I'll ever cope with something like that. You know, do you ever think about that?
If you think about it too much, it will just get you upset, and I'd be broken. Yes. But
I just hope like at that time maybe like I have like a good support system to fall back on. Like if I have like a wife and kids and you know something that like, because I don't know how I would deal with something like that. You know, it's like for sure worst day of my life. It just recently happened to one of my friends.
Yeah, no, it would be the worst thing. It would be the worst thing to ever happen. Something like that to happen to me. I'm very straight to it. I'd be really upset. Yeah, I talk to her every day. Yeah. She manages a lot of my business.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Mate, you've got to keep people around you trust. Yeah. I don't really trust anyone. Yeah. I've been proven to not. I've been proven many a times. People come in your life, especially when you start making money. Yeah. But people come in even from young. Yeah, they don't trust you. They lie to you so that they build your trust and then they you over. Yeah. That's what you're not taught in school. You're really not taught it in school. I was thrown into the deep end. Like in all school, my mum's like sort of babying me up. I'm getting in a little bit of trouble, but nothing's happening too much. Yeah. I've got a couple of friends, and the snakiest thing they could do is sort of say, he's stupid or something like that at school. Yeah, like things like that. But when you're doing business, it's like, this guy might steal $100,000 off you. This guy might be keeping this % behind your back. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You're not taught about this at school at all. You're taught the school system's it's absolutely, well, I don't know about how it is over here, but in the UK, it is absolutely, it's just ridiculous. Yeah. Absolutely ridiculous. Creates the biggest robots you've ever seen. NPCs, I like to call them. Yeah, absolute robots. Yeah. Like serious robots. How can a teacher at school be telling you do this, do that, and they're getting into their 20-year-old banged up Fiesta outside?
God. But even the Prime Minister, I heard today, like it was today or just recently, she just stepped down as well. And yeah, the politics is there is like a bit of a joke. Man.
I heard them in the house just arguing with each other like a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
Like they're cringe. Our government are cringe in the UK.
I don't know what they're doing. They were such a superpower, UK. They were like, you know, they were like colonizing countries and stuff. And then now, which was not good, obviously, but I mean, like now they're just like a bunch of, it's like a joke.
Just a bunch of mate. They're all a bunch of in the House of Commons just chatting shit. Like none of them have actually can sort anything. You need people. You need much more brutal, strong people. Not these. Like I just look at it all, and it's just. I try not to even watch it too much because, to be honest, I don't care. I'm not affected by anything they want to do. Really,
I think Nico Amalana should have won the vote for mayor.
He'd be better than that idiot that's in now. Yeah, literally. But there's a lot of like that. I think they're too soft. Yeah. They want to just. They're all fannies, to be honest.
So when did you start really making money in your life? And by the way, I saw a clip that you bought a Lamborghini. Is that real?
Yeah. Put twin turbos in it as well. But then my insurance cancelled me.
Oh.
Yeah.
So where is it now?
It's at home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my insurance cancelled me. I'm looking to sell that.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a real big L. Like a real big L. Like it was in the garage getting fitted for about 7 weeks. Yeah. So I bought the car, drove it for probably about 2 months. Then less than 2 months, maybe like 6 weeks. Thought, right, I want to get this seriously quick. Paid for the twin turbos, stuck it in, put a video of me taking my mum out in it. Insurance ring up, cancelled, done. Because it's not street legal.
So then what happens?
Well, I can't drive it. If I want to drive it now, my insurance is going to be about 80,000.
Oh my god.
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's a joke. But when did I start making money? Well, I actually started making money at university, but I always had an ambition. I always wanted to be rich, right? So like going back to my mum, she wanted me to. I was always geared towards being a stockbroker or a trader, and that's why I'm not even more stockbroker, like talking, you know, sort of doing deals and stuff, selling. Yeah, like literally like that, like no joke, literally like that. And the skills that have been taught to me from the age of probably about 13, 14 have all been geared towards that. My mum got me quite a lot of work experience when I was quite young. Companies like BP, British Petroleum, just doing little things like that in the trading desk and stuff like that. Yeah. Because that was where she worked. She worked at BP. She wasn't a trader or anything like that. She was, I don't even know what you'd call it. Yeah, like just in the office doing I don't know. But she got me work experience with the traders and stuff like that. So I saw that, but did I have a passion for it? I didn't really care. All I saw was the money. I'll be real. Yeah. All I saw was them guys in the Ferraris and the Lamborghinis and me, the image that my mum had said, like these guys are making dough. The money was the only thing that motivated me, right?
Yeah.
So I tried to do businesses like protein shakers. I remember I did a portable protein shaker blend thing. Never took off. Maybe a couple other things. I can't think of anything right now, but I was definitely
hustling.
Always trying to think, right, I want to make money. My mum never gave me pocket money like that.
Oh, really?
So I wasn't going out. Even a Nando's, like, just couldn't get it. Not that I was broke. I was far from broke. Like, my mum does all right.
She taught you the value of money.
Yeah.
You only spend when you have
I never got handouts. I never got, take this. I got money, obviously, for Christmas and birthday and whatnot and gifts and stuff. But I never just had, you're getting £100 a week, spend it how you want. Yeah. I went to private school. Like I said, I got an academic scholarship. So everyone there, not everyone, a lot of people there were stacked.
Richer than you, yeah.
A lot of people there were stacked. And do you know what? They're in the UK, where I'm from, Essex, Brentwood, where I'm from. I know you guys are probably watching, hating still. Bunch of there, like the parents doing the stockbroking, all of these things.
Daddy's boys.
They think that they're earning like 200k a year, something like that, and they think that they're like billionaires. Yeah. Literally, they think that they're like the billionaires. You'd have to go there to understand what I mean. But
no, but I can imagine.
My secondary school environment was horrible. Yeah. It was horrible. It was racist for starters. Racist. It was predominantly white area. It was racist secondary school. People thinking they're better than they are. They can buy this, they can buy that because they got a bit of money. I was around that, but I always wanted that money, you know. I always see it and thought, right, okay, like, how do I get that? How do I get that money? And when did I start? I mean, I guess I was 16, I got into the gym, right? And it all started, it all took off from when I started training. I wanted to be a fitness influencer. Yeah. That was right. So I thought, right, my dad's massive. I'm probably got a good chance of getting in the gym. Actually, before that, I was actually a professional footballer at West Ham.
What?
Yeah, but I got released when I was 15, 16, around that age. So that was obviously a bit of an L.
You've lived a crazy life, huh?
Yeah, that was a bit of it. I was also district cricket as well. That's when I say I'm good at everything. I'm not like I was good at everything, bro.
You were half
swimming. I was good at swimming.
You were working internships in BP.
Yeah.
You were a 9-year-old karate black belt.
Yeah. Played the piano, grade 6 piano.
Grade 6 piano, West Ham.
Yeah. Yeah, so when I got released from West Ham, that was obviously an L.
And now you make music.
Yeah, music, bro. Yeah. But took a bit of an L there, and then I took over. My main thing was the gym, right? So I got in the gym, started posting on Instagram.
You say the gym changed your life, yeah? For me, I feel the same way, honestly.
The gym I would not be where I am now if I hadn't started in the gym. It improves your confidence.
Everything.
You get more respect off girls. You get more respect off guys. You get more girls. But guys just respect you more when you're big. Yeah. I was at school at 17.
They have to respect you when you're
bro,
big.
I was 17 weighing 97 kilos.
Oh my goodness.
Benching 140 at second, like just we call it A levels in the UK. It's like you know it. So year 12, sixth form. Yeah, exactly. I didn't know if you know sixth form, but
I went to British school.
Oh, did you? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I was in sixth form, weighing 97 kilos, jacked. Yeah. I was posting on socials. People are hating, obviously. Like when you start doing that sort of stuff, people judge you and et cetera, et cetera. I didn't care. I had a vision. I thought I was realistic with myself. I looked at fitness industry and social media in general. I thought, right, well, I think that I'm better than these guys. I think I can get bigger than them. Yeah. I think I'm more funny than them. I think I'm more entertaining than them. So I thought, right, let me go at this and let me see what happens. Yeah. So I'm posting. I remember coming up to my A levels, right? There were times that I literally, this isn't a good thing to do. And this is where you can see that as I grew older, my mum had less and less influence. She couldn't do what she'd done when I was younger. I was getting more and more rebellious against it. So there'd be times that I'd actually miss school. So my mum would go to work at about 6 a.m. every morning. And so that left me to get up, get the bus to school. I'd miss school to go to the gym and start taking pictures and stuff because I really started just thinking, this shit. Yeah. Like, I don't care. I'm in class. I was doing physics, bro. I'm learning about Einstein, doing all this shit. I just didn't care. Yeah, I really, really just didn't give a shit. I'm sat there with a bunch of guys that want to be doctors and that, and all of that shit. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's great. But it was just not what I wanted to do. Literally not what I wanted to do. I was so out of place, right? So there would be times I'd be missing school, going gym. My mum's obviously going nuts when she's getting the phone call from school that I'm missing school and stuff. But I had the vision. I was like, no, do you know what? Like, I want to do this.
You wanted to see it through.
Bro, I wanted to do it. My only passion was the gym for a period of time. My mum obviously got very stressed that I was going to and everything. That's when sort of was hitting in as well.
This is talking about university time, yeah?
This was just before this was like A-level results, right? Okay. So I remember being at school and I was telling people at school, trust me, like these exams aren't going to happen. And that's when I started really just taking the piss with it. I was thinking, we're not, bro. I didn't know. Obviously, I'm no like genius, I was just thinking, I reckon we'll get our predicted grades. Like I'm thinking, I'm going gym. Like I remember telling these two girls, and they was like, nah, trust me, we're going to be doing our exams. We ended up not doing them. So then lockdown hits. Lockdown hits.
I forgot you're only 20.
Yeah.
I don't realize. Yeah. Only 20 years old.
Yeah, so lockdown hits. I'm banging the gym out now, right? Like home workouts and stuff, filming them. I'm like, right, I've got all this time that I have nothing else to do, right? Literally no school, no uni. I'm in the gap now. Let's bang it out. Let's bang this shit out. I did not go to one lecture while I was at uni. Yeah. When I say not one, I mean zero. Didn't log into online lectures. Yeah. Didn't go to any lectures. My mum is thinking, right, this guy is but in my head, I'm thinking, I've got 1 year to do it or not. Yeah. So I start with, I'm like, how do I make money in fitness? Fitness programs. That's the easiest thing. That's what everyone does online. So I'm like, right, muscle gain, fat loss program. Let's do it. I post it. I start the business on a Shopify, easy like that.
You set up your own website?
Yeah, I did it all myself, wrote my own programs because I'm banging the gym out. I'm knowledgeable as well. Obviously, I've done all my research. Programs are good. First day, £0. After a big hype up. What a big hype up. I'm like, shit. Yeah. I'm like, I need to try this. I've got a few months left of this year at uni to do it, or I need to actually redo the year next year and bang out school. And that was my mindset. I got to uni and I'm still doing my fitness thing. Yeah. I've got maybe like 2,000-3,000 followers, getting 100 likes. And like I said, I'm live streaming with an audience who are loyal. It's a small audience, really small, like 50 viewers on a live, but they're loyal. And I'm like, right, how do I start monetizing this, right? Because I'm at uni and I just started going on live and started doing it on live, started trying to sell it on live, started trying to just find other ways to get people to do it. And I was like, what am I good at? Well, I'm good at talking. I'm good at persuading people. So why don't I do it on live stream and start trying to do it like in that way? Then I start making 4 figures a day, up to, close to, like around there. Let me not lie, 700, 800. I'm like, right, I've never seen money before, ever. Like, when I say money, I mean I'd never seen £200 a week, like, ever. Yeah. I'd not make any money. I was living off that student loan that you get. So then I'm start making dough, bro. Like, that's good money. 2-3 weeks.
£700 a day.
Average, like, £700-800 a day. One day was like £1,000, I remember. Okay. This is while I'm at uni, so I'm doing this. And I'm like, right, okay, now it's picking up. Like, that is, like, not picking up. I'm like, I'm the richest guy ever. I didn't even know you could make that sort. I swear down. I didn't even
make that small money,
bro, I didn't know you could make that money. Yeah. I didn't even know that money existed. I swear. I thought that's like up there with like, I thought that's footballer money. Yeah. Like, I'm not joking.
You thought you're good to me.
No, literally, bro.
That's how it is though in the beginning, I know.
Bro, I remember
now it's like you have so much, it never makes you not happy anymore.
Bro, it's mad.
That feeling was...
Yeah, bro, it's mad. So I did that for 2-3 weeks, had some good money there. Obviously, I'd saved up some good money, didn't spend any of it, still lived in the same way at my uni thing and that. Yeah. And then I thought, right, let me go to Marbella. Like, I need to go on holiday somewhere to switch this up, because the way I was getting views and stuff, and still do, is go up and talk to girls. Okay. That was the way that was getting me the views, and then I was monetizing them through talking to them
and selling your course.
And selling my course. Yeah. So went to Marbella, and that went up. Obviously, I'm not going to sort of speak about what I'm earning and stuff, but it went up considerably. I put all the money into like a rent on an apartment, because I had maybe like 10, 12K there. I don't remember. No. I put it on rent. And flights, like rent and flights. I just spunked it. Like, my mum was like, when I started making the money, my mum started going like, oh my God, like, this is mad. Yeah. And then when I say to her, right, I want to go to Puerto Banús, one of the most expensive places, I want to rent a decent apartment, and I want to stay there all summer and see what happens. She's like, right, you're being stupid. You need to save it. And that's obviously a traditional thought. Save. The way to make money, I've learned, is, bro, you spend it to make it. Yeah. Right. So I went there.
But I don't know if that's the best use of the money, you know? Like, when you say invest. But I mean, I guess if your content revolves around having that place, then I guess...
Bro, if what's bringing you the views is talking to girls, and then I go to
the best apartment to talk to girls?
No, I didn't go to the best apartment, but a dead apartment in Puerto Banús in peak season, you're talking 6,000 a month. Okay, yeah. Easy.
Okay, yeah.
So...
You just need to go to the place with the most girls.
Bro, I thought, well, where am I going to go? I'll go to the place with the fittest girls, money, and a good gym scene. Right, Puerto Banús, went there, the views went up. Sorry? Puerto Banús, Marbella.
Okay.
Money went up, business went up, views went up. I started popping off, and that is literally, I've never looked back since then. So that was. I literally went overnight from spending all my spare money, as in like 10, 20, 30 pound a week, just smoking spliffs at uni, to overnight making 700-800 pound a day, to then within 3 weeks going to Marbella, 4x in that plus. Yeah. To then doing other things after that. It all happened overnight. And although it happened overnight, the lead up to it was years, right?
That's the thing, of course. Yeah.
I was trying to do it for like over a year. And this is what I say, be perseverant. Like, the amount of times I got banned and could have given up and never known where...
Why were you getting banned so many times?
Bro, if you watch me, you know why. I move mad. I say mad things. I do mad things. A lot of the time it would be I'd be smoking on live. And TikTok could just ban me, but like, I'm a rebel. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the fans would like to see me. The 30 people would want to see me doing that and just smoking and chatting, and that's what I do. I get banned. It might be 2 months' work I put into that account, just deleted,
and just start again.
Yeah, I just do it the same. I blow up another one, do the same thing again. I went through about 10 accounts before I got this one that I've got now.
Yeah, but what do you think about like narcotics, for example, like let's say marijuana? Like, some people think that like they can really build a career by being a daily smoker. And honestly, I don't think it helps.
Bro, I have really, really recently changed my opinion on it, and I think something about self-growth is realising when you're wrong. Yeah. Like, I was a daily smoker from the age of 15 and a half, 16. Wow. When I started getting into the gym, I was daily smoking, right? And that went up to more like I'd be doing a few grams a day, like maybe four zoots a day. Yeah, I'd be high all day, mate. But then when I started going live and stuff, I couldn't be high on the lives, like talking to girls and that. So I stopped. Yeah. And I stopped smoking, and I started making making dough, bro. Yeah. I started making dough. And I stopped smoking. When I went to Marbella, I stopped smoking for I was in Marbella the whole summer, maybe 2.5 months. The first month and a half, did not smoke at all. Then I just started smoking after I'd made the money for the day, after I'd been live a few times, etc., etc. Made the money, gone out, done my thing. Do I think you can smoke and make money? Yes, because I've done it. Does it help? Definitely not. Okay. But it depends what you do. Yeah. For example, when I write songs, I like to be high. Yeah. It makes me more creative, helps me think of ideas. But in terms of actually doing business, no, it doesn't help, because you can right now I'm in Dubai, right, where you cannot smoke. Yeah. So I wake up in the morning, and the only thing that I can do that will make me feel fulfilled at the end of the day is make money and go to the gym. Yeah. That is it. Nothing else will make me happy. If I sit around in bed or I sit on my balcony, and I don't even like sunbathing sober. Yeah. I don't like doing anything. So it sounds a bit sad. I don't enjoy doing a lot of things sober. Yeah. Like that I would. Like if I'm sunbathing, I don't want to do it.
That's the problem with that thing. It's an excuse to do nothing.
Bro, you can have a good day sitting with a girl, watching a film, getting a takeaway, smoking. When you're sober, boring as hell. You wouldn't want to do it. And that's the thing. Smoking makes a bad day a good day. Yeah. And like
binge watching Netflix.
Yeah, bro. That's the thing. Like, you could say, is it good or is it bad? Well, it's good. It's good. It helps. It's good for having fun, and that's why it's a recreational drug. If you use it in a recreational way, of course it can benefit your life. Yeah, but you don't want to be grinding 24/7. Yeah. Do you want to be?
No.
Like, you want to relax.
Yeah. But can you relax without it? Yes.
You can't have as much fun as when you're. I will tell you as a fact. I've been a daily smoker, and now I'm not. I've completely gone cold turkey since I've come here. But even back in the UK, I was coming off of it just because I want to grind. But you cannot have as much fun. You go on a roller coaster. Go on it sober, then go on it after some Cali, and see the difference.
No, 100%. But once you've raised that's the problem about it. It raises your baseline for enjoyment way higher. So now, like, it's the same thing that you would have found exciting before. Now you try it with let's say you go on the roller coaster with it, and now you can't do it alone anymore.
Yeah.
And then, so, that's the issue. And then, like, for example, one spliff before the roller coaster was enough, but now you build tolerance. Now you need to have like 5, 6.
No, that's not true, bro. That's not true. Tolerance goes up a bit, right? But Snoop Dogg, bro, yeah, you smoke more and more, but Snoop Dogg can have a gram of Cali and it's going to fry him off. Do you know what I just said?
Yeah, but
right,
I think
I can have it. A newbie can have it. There's a spliff is going to get anyone high. It might get them high for 10 minutes, or it might get them high for 2 hours. Yeah. It will get you high. Yeah. Right? If you want to do something, you want to sit down, you smoke a zoo, you're going to be higher. And if not, have a tolerance break. You can reset it.
Another big issue is, I'd say the main thing is just addiction. Because when you're addicted, you're not free.
But that's your mental. That goes back to your mental. It's like letting other people affect you. If you're mentally tough, I cannot get addicted. I smoke every day for 4 years.
Yeah, but some people have
then you're a You need to be brought up stronger, or you need to look at yourself and think, are you going to let something control you, or are you in control? If you're not in control, you're a
that's
like letting your girl be in control of you. Yeah. Letting a drug be in control of you. You're in control of yourself. If you're a strong, independent person. Yeah. If you let something, a little plant control your whole life, you're a loser, and you deserve whatever happens to you. Yeah. You need to build mental toughness. Like, if someone like myself, when I say I was smoking 5 zoots a day, I do not miss it at all now. I could not smoke for the rest of my life from today. I could not do that. People will say it, I'm doing it now. I'll be in Dubai, I'm going to get residency, I'll be here till summer. I will not have one zoot. Yeah. I will not care. Yeah. It's simple as that. When I go in Marbella, I'll enjoy it maybe sometimes. But addiction,
you have to have your priorities set,
If you don't, then you're a loser. Yeah. And that's like you... How do you help a loser? You teach them, you educate them.
You need to go all in on your purpose and your mission.
Exactly. But that's the thing about being sober. You want to accomplish things, and that is the good thing about sobriety. Is that the word?
Yeah, sobriety.
Yeah, sobriety. That's the good thing about it. You want to be doing stuff.
Nice, yeah. That's really good. So, what's your net worth now?
I don't want to talk about it on a live. Obviously, there's I know the taxmen are watching me.
Give us a ballpark.
Oh, what do I want to say? I'll say that.
Okay. That's good enough. No. Anyways, but what's your plans now to make more money?
Well, I mean,
because you seem like a guy. I'm sure you have big plans. You're working on.
Make money and spend money.
Yeah.
Make money on and spend money on things that make me more money.
Yeah.
Like a nightclub.
You want to open a nightclub?
No, I've got one.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
In Mali.
In Mali.
Yeah.
In Ibiza. It was in Ibiza?
Malia, bro. That's Greece.
Oh, Greece.
Yeah, Malia.
Yeah. But I forgot where it was.
Yeah. So make money and spend money. My plan is literally enjoy life, keep being myself. Every day, make sure I'm in the gym, make sure I'm making money, make sure I'm making content. I want to get more onto YouTube, right?
Yeah, podcast.
I want to, I like these. I really enjoy coming on podcasts, like talking about stuff like this. This has been different today. Yeah. I really do enjoy it, but I want to go more onto YouTube because I feel like there's that in the same way that I thought that there was a gap on Instagram for someone like myself to come along. Yeah. There's a big gap on YouTube for a big gap on YouTube for myself. Yeah. Like I know I'd take that over easy. No, I know I will.
Well, what would you post?
My life. Yeah. My life's mad.
Yeah.
My life is mad. Yeah. It's what boys dream of. My life, my day in, day out life is what boys dream of. Literally. And I'll film it, put it on YouTube.
I don't know if it would be able to stay on YouTube.
That's the thing. That's the thing. I've had I had a channel with my mate. We were barely posting, like literally barely posting. We started posting for a couple months. We're getting 800k views a vid.
Wow.
Yeah, literally. No effort. I know I'm not trying to be but no effort at all. And then we were just getting banned, shadow banned, all this shit.
Yeah.
But I want to keep doing music as well. I enjoy doing music. My first tune just hit 10 million streams.
That's mad.
Never done music before. Hop on that, dominate it, beat UK artists who have been grinding for years. That's an L. That is an L.
They're not going to be happy hearing
I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm massively musically talented as well. I'm coming along hitting 10 milli, bro. There's artists dying out there. They're not getting 2 million streams, bro. Like that is an L. That is an L, bro. No, for real, that is an L. Like if I was an artist grinding and that was my main thing, and I see HS TikkyTokky coming along, I'm trying to fit 10 things in this 2-man whip, and I'm like getting more views. I got a top 40, bro. Yeah. I think it was 30 or 31. First song, and I don't get radio plays because I'm cancelled.
Yeah,
imagine that.
Mainstream, yeah.
No, I got cancelled. Yeah. For something I said, so the radio wouldn't play me. So no radio plays. Well, I'm not going to say it again. Your pod will get taken. Well, that's the whole point. I'm not going to say it again.
What is it about? Like,
just about girls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You'll be able to find it if you look hard enough. But no radio plays. Top 30. No, top 40. Sorry. I want to keep doing music, YouTube. Yeah. Plans for the future are like, do you know what? My plans have my plans are changing week in, week out, right? Yeah. And like, it's not just now about like making money and stuff. It's like, I've seen more like how money creates power. And it's more like, I feel like I've got a real burning desire and it's sort of happened since I've stopped smoking so much, that I've got a burning desire, not to just be like comfy where I can like drive a nice car and have a nice house, but like I'd like real like power. Like I feel like I crave it, and I feel like I do want to. I want to work towards that. I think
you don't want to take part; you want to take over.
Exactly. Yeah. Who's that quote? But I've heard that. Yeah. I'm not here to take part. I'm here to take over the game. Yeah. For real. No, I want to sort of start doing that. Really.
So yeah.
That's my goals.
How do you plan on being powerful? Like politics?
No, like realistically, I don't see myself as a politician. I'm never gonna start being like politically like. I don't give a shit. But it's more just like
building your community.
It's more just like business. It's more like I want to influence people.
You have a community
in my mindset. In my mindset, my way of living, my view on the earth. Not everyone can be like me, obviously. Yeah. Not everyone can have my view because the world wouldn't work. Yeah. You wouldn't have teachers at school. You wouldn't have cleaners.
You wouldn't have doctors.
You wouldn't have doctors. You wouldn't have people like that. Yeah. But all the people that do sort of align with what I think and like the way that I like living, I'd like to be able to
empower them.
Yeah. I feel like that's sort of what I want to move on to. And that's like sort of a long-term goal, is like to have people that look up to me, not just like one of these influencers doing, for example, the teeth whitening shit, like actually wanting to follow me because they follow me, they want to listen to what I've got to say, they want my updates.
But do you feel like you promote a certain sense of, and obviously I'm not trying to
Bro, say what you want, I don't care. Just say it bluntly.
Yeah, like do you feel like you promote degeneracy?
In what form?
Like, do you feel like someone watching you might just think like about like basically just sleeping with many girls and just not spending their time? Like, obviously, the way you do it is smart because you're monetizing at the same time. But I feel like there could be someone who watches your stuff and doesn't see all that part and just sees the women. You know what I mean?
I promote. I make money before I party, right?
Yeah.
I don't party that much.
Yeah.
I might party in the summer. I can afford to party in the summer because I've grinded all winter. I'm here in Dubai. You'll see me grinding. Right. I'm not had a drink here once since I've been here. I don't plan to. I have no interest in going to the club and getting girls. That's just a side thing of what I do. If good girls throw themselves at me, they're in my DMs. When I'm out down the street, they're preeing me because I'm jacked. What I promote to people is get jacked, be smart, listen to your teachers at school, but don't follow them blindly. Don't let them tell you everything. Obviously, learn what you need to learn from school.
Yeah.
But do your own things. Be an entrepreneur.
No, that's fair.
Work hard. Grind.
Definitely.
Degeneracy is like gambling and drug addiction. I don't promote that to anyone.
No, I agree.
When I'm smoking on a live, that's the thing. I get people saying, "Oh, you're influencing the youth to smoke." No, I'm not. At no point am I telling them to smoke. I'm saying I smoke, and when I'm smoking, I'm saying I'm very in control of myself. If you ever feel like you're not in control of yourself, you're a
okay,
you need to get in your mindset, not to go see a doctor to go help you out. You just need to, if you're addicted to a drug, you need to look at yourself and think, I'm a bitch and I need to stop. Take it off. Stop. It's simple.
But you don't think that's it's easier said than done?
No.
It's harder for some people than it is for some other people?
I don't like it's harder for some people. Like, well, that's you're a loser. You're a loser. Simple as that. You don't. If you're that type of person, you need to be told hard to stop being like that. If you can't,
but do you think just telling them is going to change it?
Bro, saying I can't, is a loser mentality. I don't promote loser mentality. I don't want to be around losers, and I have no time for losers. Yeah. So if you follow me, you're not a loser because I have no time for you. And if you follow me and you're a loser, you're gonna feel so shit about yourself that you're probably gonna stop being a loser.
You're gonna go to the gym.
You're going to go to the gym. Jacked. You're going to start progressing. You're going to get jacked. You're going to start looking at business ideas. You don't. Not everyone can be a business owner. Yeah. Of course not. But learn. A lot, bro. It's not that hard to make dough.
No, very easy.
Get good at a skill. Sell the skill.
With the internet, you just make videos. If you like watching Friends, make a podcast about Friends, the TV show, and just talk about different episodes. And just talk about anything you like.
I think a lot of it just comes from your mentality and going back to the point. I don't think I promote degeneracy in any way.
One thing you said, which is very true, is that it all depends on how you react to the content, like how you react to the content you consume. If you see someone like you and you want to get inspired, you can, and you can see something else from some. You can see somebody showing cars, and you can be like, that gets such a show off, or you can say like, you know what? I can take this content as motivation to push myself.
If you want to watch certain parts of my lifestyle, and if you want to watch 20% of my lifestyle and try and do that 100% of the time, and then say that I'm promoting degeneracy, fairs.
You're following.
Okay, if you just watch me partying in the club, smoking and then and you want to do that 100% of the time, that's not possible. I don't do it 100% of the time. You cannot do that. I wouldn't want to do that. It doesn't bring happiness. You reward yourself for happiness. You grind and you reward. Happiness. You find happiness in your grind as well.
Growth.
Exactly. Happiness. Yeah, I completely agree. But I don't think I promote degeneracy in any way. I wouldn't want to either. If I was, I'd feel ashamed of myself. I would feel ashamed of myself if I met someone and I spoke down someone and they said, bro, I had never been drinking before I saw you, and now I drink all the time. I'd feel sorry for them, but then I tell them, bro, you need to, and you need to look at everything that I do, and you need to take it for what it is, and you need to grind.
Yeah. No, definitely. The message you said right now, you can definitely get behind it.
I think the world would be a much better place if people were closer to the. I'm quite an extreme. But I feel like if people were closer to the way that I was, then closer than to what they're told at school and they're told by their parents, then the people that follow me would be more successful and have way happier lives. I don't meet people. I rarely meet someone who I don't think I've ever met someone who I think you're probably happier than me. I'm so content. I'm so happy in myself.
Very good.
Like, I'm so happy in myself. There's a public joke about my hairline, right? Bro, I'm not 1% insecure about it. Like, not 1% insecure about it. I don't get insecure. I can't get insecure. I'm so happy.
Like in school, would you ever feel insecure?
Oh, do you know what? That's so interesting. That's a great question, right? Because it's just, I'm reminded of something. I was taller than everyone at primary school, and I got insecure about it. And my mum told me, stop being an idiot. When you get older, everyone's going to want to be tall. Trust me, Harrison. I was like, all right, I'll believe you.
Yeah, but it's actually true. When you're a kid and you're like tall, you're like a giraffe.
I was insecure. I was actually insecure.
You're abnormal.
Huh?
You're abnormal.
Yeah. And that was actually, like, I do remember actually thinking, like, I'm taller than everyone. Like, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Like, and that was something that I remember. That's probably
you had to crouch and you had to like.
Bro, that's probably the only time I can like remember in my life that I'd be insecure. Yeah. And like, it's growing up. I've just grown out of that sort of mindset.
But the difference is what makes us special.
Yeah.
The truth, actually, yeah.
No, bro, you are yourself. You can't change yourself. So be happy with yourself and strive to make the version of yourself the best it can be.
You know, we were talking about drugs. You know what's the drug that exists nowadays that nobody talks about anymore? Or like it should get way more attention than it does. The drug of just like scrolling, social media, like dopamine, you know? I think like right now nobody talks about this, but the amount of hours people spending on, let's say on TikTok or on YouTube, or crazy amount
There's
of
no
hours.
issue. There's no issue with spending like massive times on social media. It's just what you're doing. Are you consuming it or are you creating it? If you're creating it, you're making money. Perfect. If you're watching other people and you're not watching them to learn stuff that benefits your content, then wasting your time.
But most people
or your life.
are just consuming endlessly, mindlessly.
Yeah, but you can consume content that then helps you.
Of course.
Yeah, but I saw something, and I can't remember where I saw this, but TikTok, right, with these short form videos, yeah. Do you remember the last TikTok you saw?
No.
Do you remember any of the last 100 TikToks you saw? No. So it's irrelevant, it's bullshit, you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Get off TikTok. YouTube, there's definitely, there's genres of YouTube that's good. Educational 100%. Channels like this. Someone watches this now, this podcast, you've learned something for sure. Because you've learned positive things from yourself. You seem like a very smart guy. You can learn shit off. Like, and myself, definitely. Yeah. So it just depends what you're watching. Yeah. Don't watch shit. And that's the thing as well, back to genuine people. You don't know, you're genuine. I can tell you're a genuine guy. Right? I can tell you're a genuine guy from the short time I spoke to you. But there's a few creators you could be watching who are genuine. And people who you think might be genuine. Bro, I know shit about people that would, I'm not going to say shit, but I know shit about people that would shock people, right? Like the people think are genuine, bro, not. Yeah. That you got to be very careful who you watch. That, bro. No, for real.
But honestly, and I feel like not many people know the values that you stand for. But actually, if they did, I'm sure a lot more your image would change online. But then at the end of the day, who your image? Who the what they think about you? As long as you know in your core that what you're promoting and what you're living is true to your goals, and you're living in a form of like being a positive force for society. Who cares what they think about you?
Yeah.
And I feel like now, the more you can show this side of you, the better it is. Because I'm sure there are a lot of people that watch you and decided, like, you know what? He made all this content. He was just a small kid like me from like a medium income household. And now with like the content and just live streaming and just this perseverance, I want to do something with my life, you know? And that's definitely an inspiration. So, and I think that's a good note to end this off right here.
Yeah. Any fit birds on who's watching this right now? My Instagram's HS TikkyTokky.
Yeah, HS
Follow me up. Shoot me a DM. I like the DM girls. I like the keen ones. Thank you for having me.
No, bro. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, bro.
My brother. Take care. Any last words? Dubai is excellent, right?
Bro, Dubai is the best place. I can't speak, bro. There's nowhere that I'd rather be right now than Dubai. I love it. The people you meet here, the networks you make, the motive. Like, I never felt more motivated than when I come to Dubai. I was here briefly a year ago, and now again, it's just like you're so motivated. There's nothing else to do apart from work.
Yeah.
You can't be doing all this like fannying around shit and drugs, all that crap. you respect the law, you respect the government too much here. Do you know what I mean? There's that respect there.
Because they invest in the people. They invest in the infrastructure.
It's a hard, well, from what I know, it seems like you up here, it's hardline. And that goes back to what I believe in. I believe in a hardline society. How are you going to respect a society like the UK? You can there are people that stab people and they're not going in prison. People are getting robbed for these watches. You can't even wear a watch that you've bought in London.
So what's the point of
how are you going to respect any sort of system over there? The system here is the right system. Like, that's the hardline system that I believe in.
Wait, last question before we end it. Are you religious? Do you believe in God? Are you close to God? Are you an atheist? Do you talk to God? How's your relationship with God?
I was brought up a Catholic.
Yeah.
So I remain a Catholic. Am I strongly religious? No. I was more pushed towards going to church when I was younger, so I did go to church.
Yeah, every Sunday.
As soon as I sort of grew up, I moved away from that. Do I believe that there's a God of things? Yes. Some sort of
higher power.
Well, it doesn't really make sense otherwise.
Yeah.
There has to be a start, but I'm not the guy to be going into that because I don't know enough about it and I've not done enough learning into that. Something I would like to do as a sort of side quest is go into different religions and learn about them.
Yeah.
I've got very I do like the Muslim religion from what I've from what I've seen about it. I like their values, and a lot of Muslim people that I've met are some of the nicest people I've met, and I like the way that the girls stay virgins as well. I'll be honest. There must be nothing better than knowing that you're the only guy that's done that. So
I think that's why a lot of Muslim marriages have lasted so long compared to marriages from other religions.
It like your wife, you might be walking with your wife you've been with for 30 years. You might walk into a club and she's done stuff with 10 guys in there. It's disgusting. It's horrible. But yeah, that's
thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. It's
nice meeting you, brother.
You too, brother. Take care, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Definitely check out HS TikkyTokky on all platforms. And been a pleasure, guys. Take care. See you.